Welcome, Nona TV is here at XL Soccer right outside Laureate Park in Lake Nona. And today we're going to take you on a private tour of this entire facility as well as their Winter Park facility. And we want to show you that it's more than just an indoor soccer place. Where their motto is, never stop playing. You got to look the part, right? How do they do this on TikTok? And here we go. We're going to hear from Alan Smith, legendary footballer from the UK and Premier League soccer player, on the importance of coaching and mental toughness for the academy at XL Sports. So stay tuned and watch till the end as we tour this facility. Okay, we have the general manager, Grace. She's going to show us around and we're going to learn about this facility. Thanks for having us, Grace.
Absolutely, thanks for being here, guys. So we've got our two full-size indoor fields for 6v6 play if you were doing an official game. We have our youth practices on here as well. So we've got our lobby area here. This is our customer service check-in and also doubles up as our bar and restaurant service area too. We've obviously got our seating area for parents to finish up on some emails whilst their child's in practice. Yeah, we've got our multi-surface court at the back, which we have futsal rentals on there. We have volleyball groups as well, and they double up as, you know, if there was a function or an event. We've got a bar that serves beer and wine and soft drinks as well. And then we have all the healthy foods, chicken tenders, fries, chicken wings, pizzas, all that good stuff.
I mean, after you work up that appetite, it makes sense, right?
You can justify it, you can burn it off, yeah.
Yep. All right, talk about the kids programs here.
So we've got youth programs for as young as 2, which is our soccer tots, and we go all the way up to U16. We have a recreational program and then also a more competitive program. On the flip side, we've got our academy program, which is for players that maybe play club or want to take their game to the next level.
Let me ask you, what got you into soccer?
My older sister used to play it, and I wanted to do everything and be everything like what she did. So back in the UK at the time, girls didn't really play soccer that much. So I had to play with the boys, and then once I got to an age where a girls team, you know, they had a team for me, then I moved over to the girls program.
And are you seeing a lot of girls soccer here in the Nona area?
Absolutely, yeah. I think with the introduction of Orlando Pride a few years ago, that's really sparked the interest. You know, girls have a role model, not just someone on TV, but someone in their community as well. You know, we can go to live games in the area, and people, you know, with a facility like this, there's no real excuse why you wouldn't want to play. I've definitely seen our numbers of girls' interest has grown. In this facility here, we've got girls' programs for all age groups, which I don't think 5 years ago we would have been able to say that. So that area of the game's grown massively.
Okay, and what are we standing on here?
So this is our multi-surface court space. This we use for futsal practice, volleyball practice. You can do a cheer practice out here.
And the land here, you guys have room to expand, correct?
Yep, there's land either side of us and behind as well. So the vision, the goal is to expand, like what we've done in Winter Park with the outdoor turf and outdoor grass fields. We'd like to put full-size 11v11 fields out there. So
when the weather is nice, they have that flexibility to train outdoor as well? Absolutely,
yeah. Every now and again the weather's nice in Florida, so if we've got that field, that other surface to offer them, then you know, it's a good outlet for the community to use.
This building is huge and it's got space to expand. In fact, we're going to head upstairs and see where the future academy will be built here in XL Nona. Wow, this is huge.
Yeah, so this is going to be our future academy. There'll be classrooms up here, shower facilities, restrooms, a library. So speaking of the academy and what we've got going on down here potentially, let's take it to Winter Park and we'll see what we've got going on over there.
Alan, thank you so much for joining me today here at your facility. You played for a couple big teams in the UK. Tell me which teams those were for our viewers.
I started at Leeds United, and not a lot of American support of soccer would have been familiar with them until the start of this season, obviously promotion back to the Premier League. So I think they've seen an insight into what that club is about, the passion that it brings, the dedication to a city and its supporters. Manchester United, which most clubs and most supporters around the world would be we're familiar with. And they've got close connections. Obviously, the owners are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then Newcastle United, another team that a lot of Americans will be familiar with, another Premier League team.
And what got you into the transition to coaching?
It's just a natural progression that someone always wants to make to help players who are in a position that you've been in previously as a player yourself. I was involved in it before at Leeds since I was 10 in their academy, so I've had a long history and a long process of understanding how imperative and how important your coaches are at such a young age for your development, for your mentality, for your game understanding. My role running both facilities and being the director of both the Winter Park facility and obviously the Lake Nona one is more of a mentor to the kids. I've been in every situation that them kids will find themselves in. I've hopefully experienced good, bad and indifferent throughout my 20 years playing professional soccer in Premier League. To become an all-rounded athlete, I think it's important now for all kids to be involved in sports generically. For myself personally, it's a case of I loved every sport I was involved in. I used to race BMX as a kid, race motocross, eventually became a soccer player because it was something that I found I was good at. And I think you gravitate towards something that you naturally become good at. It makes you want to get up every day and go and try and help, hopefully, the next generation of soccer players. My goal, ultimately, for both facilities and the rest of the facilities that we have in the country is to find good young players, develop them players and try and get them to the highest level possible, into college, professional and international level success, which is the ultimate goal for each and every one of us that are part of the XL facilities.
I know you had a traumatic injury as a result of your sporting, and with Lake Nona being the medical city and the health and wellness center, preventing injury and rehabilitating from injury along with that mental toughness is something you guys are incorporating here at XL.
They're always going to have injuries, they're always going to have setbacks, and you touched upon the mental side of soccer, all the amazing facilities, all the medical facilities, and I had a really bad injury myself, and it was probably the making of me as a person, to be honest. I think from any negative feedback and any negativity through your life, if you can always take a positive out of it, which I did, I learned a lot more about physiotherapists, the doctors, how much work they actually do behind the scenes. And as a player, sometimes you never see that and you never appreciate what they do until you need them. And I was fortunate myself to be looked after by great doctors, great physiotherapists, great mental health coaches, great strength and conditioning coaches, and they got me back to play for another 13 years after an injury that could have finished my career. So I'm well aware of the roles and responsibilities of each and every person that's in the facility and the surrounding community areas of Lake Nona. And I know that the facility itself is a great facility, and we've got plans beyond that to create even more opportunities.
Speaking of your career and your progression, why Orlando? What brought you here, besides our warm weather, of course?
Well, apart from today, I just find it such a great place. I came on holiday, on vacation, as you guys would call it, when I was 18 for the first time, and then came over every summer with a few friends of mine, and I bought a house here, and then it was just a natural progression. It was something that I was looking to do. I met my wife here, which was obviously a big reason why I moved here eventually. But even before that, I'd always had aspirations of coming somewhere warm, the climate. The soccer side of it was something, it wasn't secondary, but I knew that was obviously a lot of interest. The MLS team started, well, the USL team started first, and then they got the MLS franchise. So soccer started to grow in the area, and I think we'll see Lake Nona itself will bring even more growth to what soccer will be in Orlando. And obviously the World Cup coming in 2026 will probably even make it even more popular with people. The funny thing is, and a lot of English people don't realise, that the Premier League's shown you get more Premier League games here over a weekend than you do back in England, which sounds crazy, but it's true. Florida in general, I feel, should produce so many good athletes just because of the climate, the facilities, the opportunities to train virtually every day.
Year round, exactly.
Yeah. So, as I say, it was an opportunity that I was fortunate to meet Kieran, who's the owner, and his business partner Chris in 2017, and I started to piece together what I thought would be something, an opportunity we could do together. As I say, we created the Winter Park XL Academy first, in his pre-existing facility, and then the natural progression is to build the Lake Nona campus and create some great kids, try and help them realise their opportunities and believe they can be professional soccer players.
I mean, with the Sports and Performance District in Lake Nona, you have the USTA National Tennis Training Center, and they have some of the future tennis stars also being trained there right in that Sports and Performance corridor. And you guys will be expanding that facility potentially to have some outdoor fields like you have here in the Winter Park facility. I heard you guys have some young players that are being selected to national teams. Is that correct?
Yeah, we've got one girl who just actually yesterday got selected to the U17 women's national team, which is great news, and full credit to Courtney herself. There's no secret formula to it, to be honest, in terms of the thing that we always look for is the characteristics of a player, the personality, the hard work and dedication. And it's like any walk of life, the people who work hardest seem to get the most rewards. As I say, we give them all the tools that they need to take themselves on that level. The ones who take it on board and listen and learn and adapt and, like you say, focus on the goals are the ones that will have the best opportunity.
Well, and it helps to have world-class facilities and amazing coaches as well.
Well, we're only part of, as I say, you can provide that to people and give them the tools, and they've got to take it on board. I'm a big believer in, as I say, your coaches can do so much. They can help you, they can give you everything that you need, the tools, and the facilities can be provided, but the kids themselves need to know that this is what I want to do. Focus on their objectives. And as I say, we're a big believer as well in focusing on the academic side of what we do. We have great people in the facility looking after the kids academically, which is a big part of our beliefs going forward. The colleges, the academics is just as important as the sports. And I think that that's something that's flipped on its head a little bit, and I'm still learning because of, in England, it's completely contrasting. It's so important, and we make sure that their academics has got a mirror as they're doing on the soccer field.
Well, it sounds like a very well-rounded facility. Thank you so much for taking out
It's been
time
a pleasure.
from your
Thank you for your time.
You got to get back on the pitch, right?
I don't want to go out there. It's too cold today, believe it or not. No one will believe me if you saw this back home.
Which is why XL Soccer indoor soccer is so important. Yeah. Those hot days, those cold days, you need to come see this facility. Thank you so much.
Thank you much for your time. Pleasure. Thank you.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this tour of XL Soccer World. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video so more people can find out about what's going on in Lake Nona. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you around the neighborhood.